third straight year of a postseason tournament. What have y'all been doing since then?
Well, it was obviously great to have 3 straight years of postseason. It wasn't the postseason tournament that we'd preferred. Obviously, going to NCAA back-to-back and then going to the WBI, our kids were a little bit disappointed, although appreciative of the opportunity. But I think that not winning the conference championship this year really fueled our spring. Since I've been here, this is the hungriest the kids have been. You know, we've got 6 rising seniors, and that was the first time that those kids didn't cut down nets. And so they realized how hard it is to win and the kind of work that we need to be doing in the off season. So the spring was probably, again, the best spring we've had since we've been here. And then our kids will be coming back in July. We'll add the 3 freshmen to the 12 returners and then get to work on what we'll be doing next season.
And then talking about returners and the freshmen, lost 2 big players in Kyla and Bree. Can you talk about what the freshmen and then also the upperclassmen like Sonora and Jessica, what roles they'll be playing next year?
Sure. Yeah, Kyla and Bree were 2 tremendous players, and they had exceptional senior years. I think combined for about 35 points and 15 rebounds. So we've got quite a bit to replace, but I don't think that we'll be replacing Bree and Kyla with just 2 players. I anticipate our team next year will be a little bit more by committee in terms of scoring and rebounding. And so speaking of Sonora being back in the lineup, obviously she was out last season, and we were expecting great things from her. She's healthy right now and really excited to get back on the court. And Jessica Wall, I mean, what a year she had. I think she's going to be great next year. She's shooting the ball incredibly well, but she's also becoming more confident attacking the basket. So those are just 2 of, I think, many players who are going to contribute next season. So although we lost those 2 seniors last year, I feel really good about how we're going to replace those points and rebounds going forward.
And then off season, what's some kind of different training that you're doing with the girls? Is there something specific y'all are focusing on, maybe individual or as a team?
What we're mostly focusing on in the off season is skill development. You know, I think that I've made the mistake in the past of using the spring and summer for too much team activity and too many team practices. And although that's important, we really want to focus on skill development and save the team workouts more for going into the fall and season. So although we'll do a few team workouts in the summer, most of it's just getting better as individual players so those individual players can help the team.
And then with Amira and Jessica already back and the rest of the team coming back in July, what are you working with, like Amira and Jessica without the team, and then how do you, in terms of incorporating everyone else coming back into campus?
Well, Amira and Jessica are 2 of the players we've worked out, but also, you know, with people being close to campus, even though they're not in summer school and we'll have the whole team here in July, we have the ability to work some kids out in June. So we've had Jessica here, we've had Amira, Tamia came up, Tamia Lewis. We had a bunch of them come on one Saturday when we had some recruits in. So they've been kind enough to spend their own money to come back up here and get workouts in, even though they're not in summer school. But speaking to Amira and Jessica, obviously those are our 2 point guards. So it's nice to have them to work out together in terms of just wing entry passes and some different responsibilities that point guards have that other kids on the team don't. But it's also nice to have Amira, you know, take some of that point guard role on. And I see her role increasing in that capacity because Jessica also has the ability to play off the ball, as we saw last year. So I'm excited for Jess to get a few more opportunities, you know, not having to run the team as well.
And then looking at scheduling this upcoming year with Hampton and Upstate coming in, maybe switching a little bit because Upstate was in the non-conference, how will you be looking at the non-conference schedule and what challenges you could propose to this team?
Well, we scheduled tough again in our non-conference, and I think that paid off last year. Obviously, we didn't get as many non-conference wins as we wanted to, going 3-8 into the conference, but we started off Big South Conference season really, really well and had the 3rd highest finish in our program's history, finishing 3rd this season. We'd like to win a few more games, so that's going to be the goal. And the seniors have said as much. You know, we don't want to, although we want to use our non-conference to prepare, we want to win ball games. You know, that's part of building momentum and building confidence is getting the result on the court. So certainly we'll want to win more. It's going to be tough. I mean, we have MTSU again, UNC Charlotte. We're going to Tennessee. You know, Wofford, Furman, Western Carolina, Mercer, who went 30-2 last year. We got to go to their place. So the conference schedule, the non-conference schedule doesn't get any easier. But you know, we know what's ahead of us. It's not going to be any surprise. We want to get more results out of that non-conference. But we're excited about it. I do believe in scheduling tough, and I think our team we should be. Going into year 7 with the program, we should be scheduling a tougher non-conference now than we were, say, 6 years ago.
Switching up a little bit, can you talk about the moving up of Andre and the new dynamic of the coaching staff and how that's going to pay off for next season?
Sure. I was delighted to reward Andre's hard work. He's been here for 2 years and done a stand-up job as the director of operations. He organized. He's very passionate about the program. He's loyal. He's responsible. He's dependable. He's got all of the qualities that we want in this basketball family. And so I didn't have to look very far when Josh Peterson got accepted the position at Pitt, which was great for Josh, because I want to speak to that a little bit too. Josh and I are great friends, and he was a great assistant coach here and just an ambassador for the university. There's not one person I've met that doesn't like, Josh Peterson. So we had big shoes to fill. At the same time, I didn't have to go very far. Andre got an opportunity to go recruit this past spring and did an outstanding job. I was super impressed with his meticulous evaluations and his attention to detail. So we're excited about that. Obviously, we're familiar with each other, so I don't think we'll miss a beat. And pretty soon we're going to be adding a director of operations into the fold, and I'll be announcing that, I think, probably at the beginning of July.
So you have a nice recruiting class coming in. Can you talk about the new girls that are coming onto campus?
Sure. We signed 3, so we're actually going to have 15 on the roster next year. We have not had 15 players since I've been here in the 6 years that I've coached here. So we're super excited about that. The first one I'll talk about is our North Carolina kid, Ivana Mcgill. She's coming to us from Ashebrook High School out of Gastonia. Really what I think is she's one of the better players in terms of post position in the state of North Carolina. She had an awesome high school season. Really excited about her, and I like her personality. She's witty, she's fun. She's going to really bring a lot of personality to our team, and so I think the girls are really going to like that. We have 2 Florida kids rounding out that group of freshmen. One I'll talk about is Sky Green. She's from Flagler, Palm Coast, another post player. We knew we needed to get post players in this 2018 class, and I think we did a great job with that. She's another 4'5". I think she's going to bring a lot of tenacity, and she's not afraid to play physical. Great personality as well. And then the third one is Jamisha Lawson. She's a lefty guard out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We found her later. We signed her in the spring. She came up and she actually worked out with the team because we're allowed to do that as long as they've exhausted their high school eligibility. And again, she fit right in. I think if somebody would have walked in while we were working out with the team, they wouldn't have been able to pick out, who is the kid that who is trying out for the team today. So she did a great job. I think she's going to bring size, athleticism. She can rebound the ball, but score it. She's strong. So we're super excited about our freshmen, and we expect them to make an impact right away.